what they say, like, with peace and love.
With peace and love.
So it's
blessings.
Hi, it's Nicole, and welcome to my channel where I get vocal about workplace bullying, harassment, intimidation, and all actions in between. Now, listen. I have a special person to my left. This is Sherifat. To be honest with you, there are times when people do not have reasons why they do not.
What they do.
Right. Mm-hmm. Do you remember when you asked, what you asked me that day? This was like maybe last month when you asked me the why question. If I knew why.
Oh, why did she target me? Why did Ursula target me? I think the question
was,
why me?
Why me?
Yeah.
Why me? And I told you. Do you remember what I told you?
No, I don't. I'm sorry, Nicole.
You never stood a chance.
Yeah. That's what you said. Yeah,
you never stood a chance.
Yeah.
And I believe that there was a lot of factors that went into that. One being her gripe was with the person that was your immediate supervisor.
Yeah.
So you actually came, I mean, to be honest, no matter when you came in.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered.
It would not have mattered.
To be honest.
However, there were issues between those two that when you came in being the person that you are, it bothered her, in my opinion, that you were, I don't know if I can say getting along. I mean, because why would you not get along?
I was getting along
because that's what you're supposed to do, you know, in the workplace. Like if you're working with people, you're supposed to get along. But I feel like she misinterpreted your character, first of all. Second of all, I also feel like she chose you. And we had that discussion as well because I feel like victimizers know how to choose their victims. And I think she misjudged the type of victim that you were going to be.
Yeah, she showed it.
And that's really a part of the catalyst of your issues. So yeah, this is on the outside looking in.
Yeah. After you've been through it, but at the time it's like, what am I doing?
Like, what is happening?
What is happening? Why me? What am I doing?
Right. And we've had time to decompress and have certain types of conversations and speak, kind of be each other's support system in this whole ordeal. And do know, it's not just us.
No.
You know, it's conversations that we have with old people, new people, crossing notes to come to that conclusion. Like, this is just
crazy.
Yeah.
And she really did underestimate me when I sit down and think about it. I guess she thought I was going to just take a line down.
Well, but I would be curious to know, how do victimizers choose their victims?
That's true.
Like, if I could be a fly on the wall to have, not a wall, a speck in their brain. I don't even want to be there.
I don't know if we want to be in their brain.
Not even. I would just love to know the psychology behind people like her and her making the decision to hire certain people.
Only to
victimize them. What was it that you were looking for that you thought that they would be a good candidate?
Like, I know for me, like I said, I'm reserved. But I'm not shy, and I'm not somebody that takes things lying down either.
Right. And you and I are different yet similar. And what I can say about me, she didn't bring me in. So she just had to deal with me. However, I am a lot more gentle in my approach. I'm too busy trying to reason. Yeah. I'm trying to get her to see things from another angle and understand I'm not interested in hurting you. Like, that's not my goal. My intentions is not to hurt. That may be yours. But mine is to keep the peace and, you know, have everybody just love on one another. And I'm all about your win is my win, our win. And that approach failed. Even with you and your approach, which is different from mine, like you are very reserved until it's the moment to check somebody. Yeah. No, I probably should have been doing some checking, to be honest. Which I think is also damaging for me, because then that empowers them, because they're thinking like, oh, I'm getting over on this person. And it's just like, no, I'm just not interested in going.
But my way failed still. Checking just made them be like, oh, really?
Right.
Ooh,
so let me come harder. And let me come at a different angle. And
every angle I can come at. Yeah.
Which I think is interesting, because I feel like my ability to irritate her was the fact that I wasn't giving her anything. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And it's like, it's almost like she was fighting so hard to be my friend. Yeah. Because I was so adamant about her not being in my space. Like, it's just, you would never have a seat at my table. Like, you will never be able to be in my aura outside of the workplace. And even that, I'm going to limit it.
Yeah.
Okay. When I worked there, there was no HR. Okay. So by the time that you came around to be an employee, there was an HR in place. What was your experience with HR?
This was my experience with HR. Nothing. Literally nothing.
So with your issues that you had, did you get to address them with HR? And if you did, do you think HR handled those matters professionally, adequately, and favorably?
No, and no. No, truly no. Honestly, no. Yeah. Now, we all know, I know from my experience, HR is not typically your best friend, right, especially in the workplace. They're there to serve the people that you work for. Right. But they at least are supposed to be, or appear to be, like they're not partial. They're at least listening, taking notes, even though they don't care. At least something. No, my experience with the HR with this organization was no experience. Like, literally. I wrote a rebuttal. I'm like, did you even read it? You're asking me questions. I'm like, ma'am, that's on page 5 of my rebuttal. Did you read it? Ma'am, did you read it?
If you could have done one thing differently, what would that have been?
Walked away when my better mind and my spirit told me to walk away.
Can I say that's mine too?
Yeah.
And I think the crucial thing about that is, my mind was telling me, but everybody else was telling me.
Yeah.
And at that point, everybody was almost begging me. Mm-hmm. You know, it got to that point where those who had left, why are you still there?
Yeah.
Like, get out, like, leave. They were literally begging me to leave. Mm-hmm. And I don't know where that emotional attachment to, and it's not even to the organization, it was to what I was doing.
Yeah.
Just kind of clouded my judgment until it got to that end, and it was just like safety on the line.
Yeah.
Because it just got...
Yeah, same thing here. I walked away. I definitely walked away, but I could have walked away a lot sooner. And I'm thinking, the moment when that little rebuttal stuff, that's when I should have said.
And me, I did walk away. But allowed myself to get suckered into staying because it would have benefited them. It's so weird though, because you will mistreat somebody until you realize you actually need them. Then you shift. However, that's the part I think hurts me the most, is that things shifted for my benefit, but not yours.
Yeah.
Because now that I'm no longer the target, tag your head.
Yeah, it was a moving target.
You know? Yeah. And so, to be fair, there was also a target in between us two.
Yeah.
You know? So it was just...
The target also left.
Target after target after target after target. And by the time I met you, I was just kind of shocked that you were the target. So early.
Yeah.
You know, I think that was what it was when you and I had a conversation. I was kind of in shock that it was like, no way me, is she doing this again? Like, this is just, it's no way. Like,
yeah.
And I started to feel guilty that things were looking up and looking better for she and I, but that was only better because she had her eyes and hands set with someone else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you, like, it crushed me in a way that it hadn't before, even though I was well aware of her encounters with everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
However, when it came to you, I think I was really physically able to see myself in you
Mm-hmm. going
through what I was going through. That's way different.
Yeah.
Me going through it, I'm like, I can tough it out. I can handle it. Da 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 da. To see someone else, your sister,
mm-hmm.
you know, however you want to label it, to see it before my eyes, even down to the hip thing, to the whole experience, it was just giving, okay, so this is this person's MO.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't know this, but now I'm seeing someone else how to live it.
Mm-hmm.
And experience it.
Yeah.
Which I just felt like if the old team had really done what we needed to do to stop her,
mm-hmm.
there wouldn't have been a new victim, you know?
But I feel as if you guys, the old team did do what they were supposed to. But when you don't have the reinforcement, you don't have the backup, it's only so much you can do.
Right.
The line of defense was too busy playing around. I don't know what they were doing.
Yeah, well, I mean, in my personal opinion, the backup were personally gaining
mm-hmm.
from having her in that position and them being able to gain whatever it is that they're gaining from that.
Mm-hmm.
To be very well aware of someone's behavior and action and ask staff to accept it, deal with it, or leave.
Or leave. I can write you a nice recommendation.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
She told me that too. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we can write you a nice letter. I don't need your letter. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. But, you
so
know,
good on it.
I'm good. But yeah, I mean, to tell people that instead of saying, check yourself,
mm-hmm.
you know, check your behavior.
Mm-hmm.
You be a better person.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to have, 7, 8 people leave in such a short span.
And you know why they're leaving. It's not as if you're like, so why are they leaving again?
Right.
Or what's going on? You know exactly what's going on. And you're sitting on your hands.
No one cares. Mm-hmm. But we're supposed to be Team Black Girl.
Yeah.
Black Power. You know, like I'm just, it's
I still am, but for the right people.
I'm not talking about us.
Oh yeah,
we're that.
Yeah, that's true.
We are that.
That's true. That's very true.
But they are. I'm a little confused.
Yeah, no, they're definitely
it's
not.
It's almost like
they're definitely
you're going to be team. I love Black women. I love Black people. I love my Black family for the photos and
the photo ops and
you know
the celebrities and all that stuff.
Right. But when it really comes down to it,
mm-hmm.
that you're not practicing
what you're preaching.
Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
Then I also think, sorry, not to go off on a tangent, but I also think that certain people have things that matter to them.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
So this mistreatment of staff doesn't matter enough.
Mm-hmm.
There's other things that matter to people that will get them to get riled up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because maybe it means something to them personally or it impacts them personally.
Yeah.
But I don't think I will ever be able to understand how you can watch your sister or your brother be humiliated, mistreated, abused, insulted, all of those things, and then just sit by and be like, well, it's not me.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Dang, I wish I was that person, but I'm not.
It's called having a conscience. It's called having,
just having a moral compass.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I'm like, dang. Oh, I know this person. I'm in a position to do something. I can't. I'm like, oh.
But maybe that's the only way they can sleep at night.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
How was your mental health impacted?
Oh, it was, especially when the gaslight, I know gaslight is like this term that everybody's using left and right, but definitely when the gaslighting started coming into play, you started like, I'm questioning myself, my sanity. I'm like, wait a minute. No. I know she sent the email. I know. So I'm going back looking for emails. I'm going back looking for this. Cause I'm like, is my mind playing tricks on me? What's going on?
Yeah.
So it definitely affected me in the sense where I had to I was always second guessing everything. Like, did I talk to her? Hold on, did I send an email? No, did she send me
the email? Let me say this. Because again, similar yet different circumstances, but we still had the same experience. When you started to ask me about your competence and your abilities and your skills, I was like, dang, I did the same thing.
Yeah.
And someone had to gut check me. Like, stop.
Yeah.
Stop questioning your abilities and your skills and who you are as a good human being, because that person has convinced you somewhere along the line that you're not good at your job, that you're not capable, that you know you're the problem. And again, you were that mirror turned onto me for me to be like, this girl is literally saying the things that I had said because I was gaslit so heavily and thinking I'm just the worst of the worst out here. Yeah. Like, not that I'm an expert at anything, you know, it's mind-boggling.
Yeah.
What should people learn from your experience?
Don't second guess yourself. What you feel is accurate, is true. Don't try to talk yourself out of things when you know you've experienced something, when you know you're feeling something. It's true. It's more likely than not, it's true. It's true. And just listen to your better mind. Listen to your spirit.
Yeah. Let's see. For me, what I would say people could learn from my experience, our experience, is that when in doubt, get out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, do not stay in a place that is toxic, because it is going to just secretly start wreaking havoc on other areas of your life.
It's on seep in. Yeah.
Right. And we spend so much time at work that it should be a place that we're enjoying and comfortable and happy to be at. We are not required to deal with the boss because, you know, they're a jerk. The label of a boss is that most of them are a jerk and they're just trash, and it's giving, we gotta stop that. Like, that has to be eliminated from the vocabulary where it's okay for us to think that that behavior and title placed on them is acceptable. Because then it leads to the fact that they can go beyond that, and then we make that acceptable. Which is, I think, our issue, is that label was what, and particularly for me, implanted in my head that I couldn't see beyond the fact that, girl, you are in a dangerous space.
In danger, girl.
Molly, you in danger, girl.
That, and I don't want to take it to the spiritual, but I'm going to make a right turn to the spiritual lane. No, I want people to understand that your job is not the source. God is the source.
Right.
So he will provide a better job for you when you do, if you do have to walk away. I had to remind myself that this is not my source. God is my source.
But the gag is, when we walked away, we were well beyond blessed.
Oh yeah. No.
It was like, she thought she was doing something. You know, it's like somebody thought that they were able to come in and rip the rug away from us, and it's given like, sis, we so far ahead of you because you're just so, first of all, predictable.
Baby doll, baby girl's playing tic-tac-toe. We're over here playing checkers.
Right.
Chess.
Which is foolery.
Oh my girl, playing bingo.
But to that point, yes. Lean on him, because your peace, your joy, your happiness means a whole lot more than to be in an environment that is toxic and unhealthy and messing with your mental health. Yeah. If you could say anything to your victimizer, what would it be?
Do you want an autograph now or later? I'm going to remember you, baby. I'm going to remember you.
I'm not.
I'm going to remember. Oh, I'm going to remember. She got security.
Not. I'm not. I have totally
erased.
Yeah, there's no need for, I mean, not that she occupied any room in there.
No.
However,
she too small.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not some. Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, okay, because we be going through this too, where we have our good days.
Oh yeah.
And we like, thank God we are out of there. And this is full transparency.
Yeah.
Thank God we're out of there. And then those other moments, it's like
on site. On site. We could be on the masjid premises, the church premises, McDonald's, on site.
And the thing is, neither one of us are confrontational by any means. Mm-hmm. However, when you really have to sit with what we encountered, there are moments that you just get infuriated that you went through that.
Mm-hmm. For no reason. For no reason.
You just want to start airboxing.
Yeah.
It was that day, let me tell you what it was for me, that you caught me crying because of that conversation with her in HR.
Mm-hmm.
That
H fake. H fake.
I would love to see credentials. That's all I would say about that. It's given, whose friend is this? Like, whose cousin?
What somebody say, it's given Fruit Loops versus Fruitio.
Oh my God. What's that lady that be trying to do the low vibrational lady?
Oh, the Coach Stormy.
I feel like that is what she was trying to be.
Perhaps.
Question: is she even still there?
Oh, I don't know. Now that's somebody I literally forgot about. I do not know. I don't know what's going on.
Biggest question.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing to heal?
Moving on with my life.
Mm-hmm.
Walking in my purpose and not looking back.
Right. Final thoughts.
Thank God I'm out of there.
Well, listen, that would be mine too. And on that note, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to get vocal in the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on what we talked about today. And listen, if no one told you, let me be the first to say, I love you. Cheers.